Hospital porters' pride and dignity. Stop the New World Order. Welcome to Hapanwo TV. Right, I've been watching a very, very interesting programme on YouTube. It's actually an extended interview between Richard Dawkins and Derren Brown. It's actually an outtake from the skeptical polemic TV documentary Enemies of Reason, which you can also watch on YouTube or Google Video. There's only about 5 minutes of this interview in the actual movie, but there's an hour-long kind of outtake, which is two men talking. Now, Richard Dawkins needs a little introduction. He's the great atheo-skeptic. If you look in the description box, you'll see I review his book, The God Delusion. Derren Brown, I've written less about, or I don't think I've mentioned him before, or may have mentioned him only slightly. He's a very successful stage hypnotist and illusionist. He does this mind control thing, which is all very interesting. But he has very skeptical views on things such as psychics and spiritualism and ghosts and things like that. And he's actually well known as a debunker of those things in a very skeptical way. Here's the video I should make here. I'll just show you a little bit of the video, just the opening bit.
Derren, could you begin by telling me what cold reading is and how it's used?
Cold reading, I suppose, is the way that a complete stranger can seemingly tell you everything about yourself without being psychic and without knowing anything about you. In essence, the cold reader or psychic is supplying a lot of words, and you as the sitter, the other person, is supplying the meaning to those words. And it relies on a lot of techniques. It's not really a question of forensic body reading and the sort of things that people might. It's not really normally even that clever.
Now that is Derren Brown talking to Richard Dawkins. Okay, before we go any further, I think I should point out that both those men are MBA holders. Yes, they both have been awarded the MBA bronze. So could you please show a certain amount of respect when you talk about them? Because they don't believe in the afterlife, right? And they know that those who do believe in the afterlife do so because they're weak and inferior. Yeah, whereas the MBA holders have the courage and the fortitude to face the reality head on. They're extremely superior people, and you will treat them superiorly. Do you understand? Good. Glad to hear it. Right, I'll show you another scene from the programme now. It's 8 minutes 31 in part 1, if you want to go and look it up yourself. Here it is. I'll just move it forward to here. There we are.
Or tarot cards, whatever, that there really is a system, and
They go to a training course.
these things do exist. But equally, you can buy books on it nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I'm just trying to get into the mind of one of the instructors on the training course. I mean, the instructors on the training course are teaching cold reading while dressing it up as though it was genuine. So they really are charlatans then.
I think so. I think so. It's difficult because cold reading is something that you can be taught to do without it seeming like tricks.
Seems a bit hesitant there, doesn't
I've been in a situation where trainee psych.
He seemed a bit hesitant there anyway. Right, he talks about a training course. You can go on a training course to learn cold reading, right? This college. Well, right, this is the actual, this is one of the places, let me just get it up a minute. This is one of the places they go to, you see, because according to Derren Brown, all psychics are fake, right? They're all using cold reading. They're all charlatans. Now, this is where you learn to go and be a psychic. Now, this is the Arthur Finlay Hall, which is in Mount Feachant in Essex. It's a very, very old and very, very elaborate institution. That's Stansted Hall, which is their main campus. Now, if you feel you have psychic abilities, I'm going to turn the light on. Oh, I had the light on. Well, all right. If you feel you have psychic abilities, you can go there and you can sort of like develop them through skills. Now, that's the training course that Derren Brown talks about. Now, there's some very obvious area of research for people like him, skeptics and that, isn't there? Because I mean, it's obvious if it's all cold reading and all fakery, and there's no such thing as real psychics and a real afterlife and real spirits that come through, then why not infiltrate the Arthur Finlay College? Go in there. I mean, this is the place where to go. It's called Arthur Findlay College, known as Spooky College. You enrol there, and you basically you live there, and it's a long course, a residential course, where you learn how you develop your psychic skills. But of course, there are no real psychic skills. So why not get in there with a hidden camera? Hey, Darren, have you thought about that? I'm very, very surprised I'm the first person to think about this, you know? Get in a camera and expose it for what it is. Subject it to public ridicule. It shouldn't be that difficult, should it? I mean, Watchdog, you know, Esther Ranson and things like that. I mean, they do this to dodgy plumbers and, you know, crooked insurance salesmen all the time, you know. So they get reporters going undercover, you know, with pretending to be a customer. Little hidden camera in the glasses, you know. So why not do it at Spooky College, all right? Enroll in the Arthur Findlay College with a hidden camera, and they take you into a little room. This is what I think what's going to happen. You go into this little room, someone shuts the curtains. Lovely old Victorian drawing room, big bookcase and everything, you know. And then a dark suited man comes to the front of the room, and he says, "Okay, you guys, you're here because you think you have psychic powers. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's actually no such thing as psychic powers. It's all a load of crap and you're all deluding yourselves. All right? But this is how it's really done." He goes over to the bookcase, pulls a book out, reaches into the back of the shelf, flicks a hidden lever. A secret door opens to a secret passageway. And all the students, all these dozens of students in the course, they traipse in and they go down this spiral staircase into a basement. And there's a hidden laboratory there, right? Where there's another guy, he's got a white coat on, and he says, "Right, as you know, all your psychic powers are bullshit, so I'm going to show you exactly how we really do it. Now, instead of using psychic powers, you're going to use cold reading from now on, okay? Whenever you go to these spiritualist churches and do sittings, you use cold reading. But don't tell anyone, will you? All right, it's a secret. Let's keep it between us, just the 100 people in this room, okay?" I mean, the skeptics are always scoffing at people like me for having conspiracy theories, aren't they? Well, this is their conspiracy theory. Let's see if it stands up to the evidence, shall we? You know, I mean, so far, I'm sure you realise, I mean, you've worked out, you know, this is... the reason they haven't done it is because they can't. I mean, in all the time that there has been spiritualism, modern spiritualism, because I mean spiritualism is far older, it's actually far older than people like Darren Brown will admit, but the modern era spiritualism goes back to the 19th century, the Fox sisters. In all that time there's only been 3 whistleblowers in all that time, the 2 Fox sisters and M. Lamar Keane. Now if you look in the description box you'll see I've got a link to my review of M. Lamar Keane's book. Just 3. I mean, some people even put a question on the 2 Fox sisters, and they've said that maybe their actual confession was not actually real, it was forced. So M. Lamar Keane is the only certified whistleblower. Surely they can do better than that, can't they? Surely they can find some way. You know, you'd think more people would have spoken out, more people would have grasped them up. Anyway, that's my challenge to the skeptics. All right, put your money where your mouth is. Let's see if your conspiracy theory holds water. Get into Arthur Findlay College and expose it. Either do that or shut up. Thank you for watching Panwo TV. Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity, stop the New World Order.